Hey there, everyone. I'm here today live to share about tapping into the power of the dream time. So what I'm going to share in this training is our 3 tips for effective dream time practices so that you can get your body and your mind and your soul on board. Thank you so much for joining me. If we're not familiar or if you're new to my page or my group, I'm Brighid Murphy. I am a modern shamanic practitioner, and I help you to tap into spirit so that you can bring your gifts to the world. It's time to bring your gifts to the world. I have trained with my teachers for a long time, 20 years, and now I mentor others on their spirit paths. So I have a solid connection with the spirit world and with my own, with what I have learned through my teachers. And now I'm sharing it with you. And I've also got a brand new offering that I'm so excited to tell you about. If you are interested in learning shamanic practices, I've got an incredible experience, a new experience for you. I'll tell you about it at the end. I'm here to share 3 tips for effective dream time practices. So I want to dive in. First, I need to share that this time that we're in is a time like no other time. We are experiencing an exponential increase in what is possible because of the energy that's moving through on the planet. And so veils are being lifted between the known and the unknown, between the seen and the seen, between the shadow and the light. The things that we couldn't see before, we can see now, both about ourselves, which isn't always comfortable, but also when it comes to talking with spirit and the invisible forces that are here to help us. And so within that, truths are being revealed, left and right. The truth of how connected we are to one another. Even though at times it looks like we're really separate, right? Especially with the political climate. It looks like we're separate, but the truth about how connected we are is really being revealed. And the truth about how connected we are with the unseen help and the spirit world and the divine and the natural world is really revealing itself. And so if you want to start to hear and see and feel multiple realities, because there are multiple realities, multiple dimensions coexisting at the same time. If you want to be able to experience those, you can. As a matter of fact, you already are. You just might not be aware of it. So it's easier. It's easier than it's ever been. I have been working with people for 20 years. And 20 years ago, what people would receive from the spirit world was a lot different than what they're receiving now. Information is coming through faster. It's at the ready. All you need to do is figure out how to shift your focus so you can grab it. So how do you do that? The first step is to just acknowledge that it's easy. Recognize how easy it has become for you to see what you couldn't see before. And accept your self-doubt and your disbelief. Just accept it. Just recognize that along the process of feeling and connecting with spirit, you're going to have some self-doubt. You're going to have disbelief. They actually don't really mean a darn thing, and they're part of an old story that we're letting go of. So just accept them and accept that you can have self-doubt and disbelief and still keep moving. Most of my students doubt their abilities and they don't necessarily believe what they're seeing is true. But when they keep going, they realize that that's just their old story, and that fades away when you keep showing up. So I'm going to show you some ways you can show up during this training here. So like I said, start expecting the invisible to be visible. We're going to shift our focus. Kind of like if we were looking in one direction and all we could see was everything that's in that direction, and then we just kind of tweak our focus and look over here. You can see a lot more when you tweak your focus. What I'm going to share with you is going to help you tweak your focus. And I'm going to share the practices that you can utilize. The thing about the dream time is it's completely underutilized. There's so much potential in the dream time, and you're just kind of ignoring it when you don't tap in and play in the way that I'm going to share with you. So I hear from people pretty often. They'll say, I don't remember my dreams. I don't dream at all. They'll say, I remember them sometimes, but I'd like to remember them more. And what I'm going to share here is definitely going to help you with your dreams. But more importantly, it's going to give you insight, and it's going to give you clarity. And it's going to help you bring what you want into your life so that you don't have to search for it anymore. You can have it and experience it on a regular basis. So we can reach into the place of all knowing. We can reach into that place. We can get the answers. Why do we not do it? If everybody can get the answers, why are people not doing it? Well, sometimes it's because of fear and doubt, but mostly it's because we don't think that we can. We don't know how, and we don't take the time for it. Most of the people that I work with, they don't have a roadmap for talking to spirit. Once they get a roadmap and they use that roadmap, things change. So I have learned that one of the reasons we don't get answers is because we don't know how, we don't take time for it. So what I'm going to share with you goes beyond interpreting and understanding your dreams. Yes, that is fabulous to do and fun to do, and you can absolutely use what I'm going to share with you for understanding and interpreting your dreams. But you can also use it for so much more, so many more areas of your life. So the energy of the night, while you're sleeping, while your waking mind is down for the count and your body is restoring itself. When that's happening, it's a time for tapping into everything that's under the surface. And it's a time for revealing what it is, what used to be hidden. And like I said, this is easier to do than it ever was. So I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do, utilizing the energy of the night and the dream time, that are going to give you insight, help you interpret your dreams, help you listen and hear spirit, and help bring to life the things that you want. So the first thing is your body and your mind believe what you tell it. And you can program yourself for how you want to sleep and how you want to wake up. I know a lot of times we don't feel like we have enough time, we don't get enough sleep, we feel exhausted, we dread going to sleep, we dread getting up. You control how you want to be in this world. You control how you want to walk and think and talk in this world. There's a lot of things you can't control. There's a lot of things out there that you cannot control. But the way that you interact with spirit and the way that you walk in the world and the information that you receive, you can control. And you do this by beginning intentionally to use what I'm going to share with you before you go to bed. You don't really need to be a victim of energy, a victim of your exhaustion, a victim of not knowing, a victim of not having enough time to sleep. You can change that. You can change how your body is responding to life. You can do it differently. So you want to get your body and your mind and your soul on board. So because your body and your mind, like I said, they believe you. So the first thing that you want to do is intentionally tell your body and your mind what kind of sleep you're going to have and how you're going to wake up. So before you go to bed, and if you have trouble sleeping or you need a different nighttime routine, do it. Make it happen, right? Don't waste time. That doesn't make sense. Stop doing things that don't work and start doing things that work for you if you have trouble going to sleep. And tell yourself, I'm going to rest easy and I'm going to wake up feeling energized, feeling excited, feeling invigorated. You decide how you want to feel, and then you say it. You tell your body how it's going to be. And I know that this might seem like, oh my God, this is such bull. How could she even be saying this? This doesn't work. I want to tell you something. Everything that I teach because I do it myself and it works. I would never make anything up and tell you to try it. I do this practice all the time. And no matter what is happening, when I program myself to go to sleep and rest easy and wake up with energy, I do 99.9% of the time, because my body and my mind have become used to believing me. They always believe me, but they've become used to it. So decide how you want to sleep, decide how you want to wake up, decide how you want to feel, and tell your body, this is what's happening. With a simple statement like that. You don't have to go into all the reasons why you're not sleeping or all the reasons, all the stuff. You don't need to go into that. You just tell your body, I'm going to rest easy and I'm going to wake up energized. That's the first tip. If you just did that, you're going to notice a difference in your quality of sleep and you're going to have more energy when you wake up. All of my clients who do this experience this, and then they tell me, oh, it worked. I have more energy. I feel energized. So this works. There's no question whether it works or not. The question is, are you going to do it? That's all really it takes. So the second thing that you want to do is you want to offer gratitude to your body for what you want it to do. That creates a relationship with your body that's reciprocal. It creates a two-way street between you and your body and you and your mind. So what that could look like is, thank you, body, for healing overnight. Thank you, body, for releasing toxins and remembering how to function. Thank you, body, for getting a really deep sleep. You create a relationship with whatever you want when you offer gratitude to it in advance. So you've already stated how you want to be sleeping and waking up, and then you offer gratitude for the parts here that are going to do what you want it to do. Does that make sense? How does that feel? Yeah, I see some emojis there. Thank you for those, because I sometimes don't know how it's landing. Yeah, so you have stated how you want to sleep and wake up, and then you offer gratitude for your body for helping you to do that, for making it happen. The third tip that I have is to offer gratitude to spirit for helping your body to accomplish what you want it to do. Thank you, spirit or divine or creator or life force or angels, whoever it is that you work with, that you honor. Thank them for helping your body to accomplish what you just told it was going to accomplish. And what happens right there is you've engaged your mind and your body, your heart, and your soul. And when you engage all of that together, change happens. This is one of the fastest, easiest, all-encompassing practices that you can do to make a shift in how you're using the Dreamtime. So if you want to remember your dreams, or you want to get insight about something, you can use what I just shared, this process I just shared with you, in that way as well. You would start out, number one, saying, I'm going to sleep well and I'm going to remember my dreams. Number two, you're going to offer gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, body and mind, for remembering my dreams. And three, thank you, spirit, for helping me to remember my dreams. So you can do this with anything that you want, including but not limited to remembering and interpreting your dreams. I'm going to interpret my dreams beautifully when I wake up. Thank you, body, mind, and soul, for helping me to interpret my dreams. Thank you, spirit, for clear interpretation of my dreams. When you offer gratitude in advance for what it is that you want, and you're clear about it, spirit and your body and your soul knows how to respond. They know what you want. So that's 3 tips, right? The 3 tips that you need to utilize the dream time and the nighttime. Now, you've set the pathway, you've set your intention. Your job is easy. Your job is to wake up and listen. Wake up and pay attention and allow what you've programmed yourself to do to come through. And I promise you, it will start to happen. Just lay in bed a little bit longer than you normally do and allow yourself to be in that in-between state. Lots of ideas, discoveries, psychic knowings, insights come at that time when you first wake up and before you make an agreement with your regular reality of how you want to, what you're going to do with your day and what you need to do and brush your teeth and all that stuff. So you just elongate that time. You spend time allowing that space for the information to come. You have to leave space for what you're asking for. You can ask, but then you've got to leave space. So many people are asking for help, but they're like going about their day in the same way. They're leaving no space for the help to come through. So you ask, but then you got to leave some space. So when you wake up, you've done those 3 pieces I just shared with you. You wake up and you pay attention to what comes and you bring your mind back to that thing and follow what comes. What I do whenever I need to have a name for a program, make a decision for something I'm doing, like I had to choose something for my business and I had 3 options and I really was confused. I'm a Libra, I'm indecisive, I have trouble. But I used this process, and as I knew it would, when I woke up, it was clear. The woman's name, who I should choose for what I needed to do, just popped right in. And then the supporting information about why I should choose her came right up. So this works all the time. It's just a matter of getting used to it and allowing it to work for you. The wake up time in between, or when you first start to rouse, before you get out of bed and start going, learn how to play with that. And everything that you program yourself to know will come either there or at one of the other times. A lot of times, in between times are showers, when you're in a shower, when you're taking a power nap, when you're cooking or doing a repetitive task. Of course, information comes through in meditation, but you don't need to meditate to receive the insight that you want. And then the last piece is write it down. If you don't feel like you're going to remember, write it down. And then boom, you've got your answer. Then the next night, you're on to something else. Do this practice, repeat. Do this practice, repeat. It's so easy to put this into place. So that's what you can do. That's the power that you have. And then you're going to start to be able to interpret your dreams so that you can feel connected to the messages that you get. You're going to be able to interpret lots of different messages that you get when you set the intention to get them and then leave the space open to receive them. So I do this every night, and 99.9% of the time when I follow this protocol, I get my insights and my answers, and I want you to be able to do the same thing. So try this tonight and let me know how it goes.